Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. We are today flying the Milviz 737-200, the PAX version. And we are flying Tunisian Air, or Tunisair, which is a pretty old airline, founded in 1948, owned by, I think, the government of France at some point, or was it Air France? And then I think it was at some point taken over by the government of Tunisia. So now it's government owned. And nowadays I guess they fly mainly Airbus, A320s, those type of planes, some A330s as well. But they used to fly a wide variety of different ones, DC-3s, etc., 727s, and the 737-200. And we're doing an actual flight that took place. Now I seem to have, did I really remove that? It does look like I did. Let me just open it, because it's always fun to kind of see those. We can select here the Boeing 737 originals. Yeah, and we can do like a short flight, because we're going to do a short flight. So we are today flying, and now I just need to find the TAR. Okay, oh, here we go. So we are flying LM. Here, LMML to DTMB, to Monastir. And the only reason why we're flying to DTMB is because that's the only airport I have in Tunis. I want to get Tunis at some point. I want to get more airports generally around Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco, but just haven't had time. I have a few in Libya. There's not that many airlines flying there, so it's not that fun LARPing as an Air Libya pilot, or immersing yourself as one. So yeah, we're doing this one, Summer 98, TSIEA. We don't have that one, we have the TS JOF, or JOEA, or JO OAE, sorry. But yeah, this took place on a Monday, relatively late, about a 1 hour flight. So I'll close that. And we are using the Simmers Home Malta. It's very nice for freeware, and yeah, I find it to be on par with what the Just Sim version looks like. Yeah, bless myself. I'll blame it on it being spring/summer. The 737-200, as you can see, compared to the other 737s, much lower to the ground. We don't have the gravel kit, but that's fine. For some reason these are open. Oh, I think they open together with the... Is it with the cargo? Yeah, it's a bit odd. But okay, we can live with that. Generally it looks good. The only change I made is the PBR mode, and then I've added the RXP GTN on the inside. I want to add a FMC, but GTN has been so far more successfully integrated, so I've kept on using that. It really got like a second life with the PBR for P3D version 5. It looks much better. A very beautiful aircraft, old, right? I think 1960s. And here we have a Transavia taking off. There's some EasyJets here as well. I went with 100% traffic just to get some more planes. As you can see, there's not that much traffic here. It's not the most common airport. A lot of business, casinos, etc. That sort of, or let's say gaming or gambling business down here in Malta. But yeah, we'll board the plane and get going. Time to prep stuff and then get the passengers loaded on. Okay. So as you can see, the beautiful cockpit of the... Is there supposed to be something there? Probably probably not. But yeah, looked quite weird though with this empty. But I think it's just supposed to be empty. But yeah, as you can see, kind of old school analog. The only thing we have here is the GTN, of course. First things first is of course having a look at our flight plan, which I thought I had prepared, but I don't seem to have done that. So we'll just quickly put one together. We will fly. Yeah, we'll fly a normal one. I think with the GTN I can connect it to the autopilot, so it should work technically on the heading mode. So I'm just gonna start or show the flight plan. As you can see, it looks pretty good weather-wise. Not really any warnings. Basically, no wind to even think of. I mean, yeah, maybe a bit of a crosswind, but doesn't really matter. I think the weather also at our destination and where we are at is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, no, not really any clouds, so that's fine. So now we'll just need to use this to load our plane. And I'm gonna also open my iPad. I don't think I have Malta or Valletta or whatever it's called, the airport, but I do have Monastir on it, so I'll use that for the charts when it's necessary. Let me move it to the side. Okay, so what we're looking at first is adding fuel. That's a good start. You can do it through their tool, but doesn't really work with P3D version 5, unfortunately. We should have around 11,000. So I'm gonna remove them. Sorry, we wanna keep the right, and I'm gonna remove the center ones. And now we're around 13,000. Now we're around 10,000, so we're a bit below what we should be. Now it's a bit better. Our gross weight is almost 80, and we want to be at a zero fuel weight of 84 with a gross weight close to, well, 96 actually. So I'm gonna add some passengers. Sorry, that's at 4,000. Now we're way above, so let's go down to 3. And now we're at 95.4, so we can increase a bit. And I'm gonna add a tiny bit like that. Oh, sorry. Now like that. So that should be kind of what we want to have. So we're a bit heavier now. First things first is getting that battery on. That's gonna help us start things up. I'm gonna check, did we have any... Was there any specific button? We have the V1 card that we can use, so we'll try to use that. Still haven't gotten the ISG thing to work. At least we have the RXP GTN here still somewhat working. So, or it seems to be working as normal. Okay, there we go, ground power, so you didn't need to connect anything. I do think I might have added... No, we had the stairs already. Actually, I'm gonna restart because I don't wanna go back and forth. So I'll just reload GSX. Once we wait for that, we can do PACX LMML to DTMB. Flight number, we'll just use our ordinary one. Probably gonna go up to 30,000. No, we're gonna go up to 20,000. Okay, we're not flying very high today, which I think is fine. Let me see, I have a lot of junk open. Let me close some. Well, maybe not everything, but we can definitely close some of these YouTube stuff. And oh, that was the Malta charts. Yeah, I can keep that one open. Found some nice video with the modern Mustang someone was flying. This one. This is the one we wanna. So only 20,000 today. Not a super long flight time either. We're flying the, sorry, not the 727, but the 737-200. We can do 80. We'll do boarding music. We don't have anything with Tunisair, so I'll just do something generic. And then for safety, I found one on YouTube, very short. Someone recorded themselves. Thanks to that person. So we'll use that. Okay. That should do the trick. I'm just gonna open that up. One of the EasyJets are taking off now. So I'm gonna request the GPU and I'm gonna operate the stairs. And then I am also gonna request boarding. So one step at a time. GPU is coming over there. No smoking, anti-collision, and stay off, gravel protection. Guess that can stay off. Not sure why we have that on this one, but that doesn't really matter. Position, fixed and strobe. We can stay on fixed. So that should be good. No pushback tug. No crew. Boarding passengers now. Did I even get to select how many I wanted? I guess not. Oh, unfortunately I hadn't placed the GPU in any good place, so we'll try to get rid of that. Not sure which one. Oh, they still think it's that one? That's so odd. I hate that. Yeah, that's a feature, I guess, for the combi versions of this aircraft. Something I should fix, though. Maybe actually something I can fix already. So it's not that one. So we can just say we don't want that to be a thing anymore. I'm gonna close it for now. Hopefully it's fine. Let me just bring up the card again. I don't think there was anything you wanted to set here, but you could kind of see the info, right? Q&H, etc. Let me see if I change this. Okay, changed by myself, but the gross weight, etc. All of this looks correct. CG, I guess, is fine. I'm gonna move it away for now. And yeah, the next thing we'll do is just add our flight plan, but we're gonna upload it into Pilot to ADC first. I'm just gonna check that we have Tunisair. We do. We can save that. We'll import our flight plan. We'll just make sure it seems reasonable. We're gonna land on, I guess, the ILS to runway 7. So we're coming in the other way. So we just need to make sure we have the right approach. Hope there's an ILS or a localizer at least. Seems to be an ILS. So we can just do a vectoring. That's gonna work better with this type of plane. 20,000, yeah, that makes sense. We're not gonna fly high. It's gonna be a short one. We can move this down. I'll connect. I'll also add it here. Let's see, we're gonna add load procedure, departure. We're flying the GEOS, just 3D.
Look at airport information X-ray, 9:15.
I'm gonna remove that, so JOS 3D from runway 31. After that, we're flying an airway. So we're flying the M978 airway to Asdax, and then a direct to, and let me see, to Atlel, and then we're doing the approach to this airport, so we can load an approach. We're flying the Atle 1R, and then we're flying the approach, is the ILS one with the vectors. And I'm just gonna make sure it's not sending us directly to the airport. And it looks to be correct, so that's nice. So there we go, we have a nice flight plan now. As you can see, I've removed all the colors, etc. from this one. Makes it look a bit cleaner, the GPS. Seems like most of the boarding is complete, so that's good. Probably not with Pack X though. So I'm gonna expedite the boarding. We have about 5 minutes left, not too bad.
No promises.
In order to get things rolling a bit faster, we can keep the fuel pumps on.
Gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight. At this time, please ensure all large carrier items are
I will start the APU. Galley can stay on. The heat can go on. So let's see, we have the APU now. I'm pretty sure at least we have that up and about. Okay, that's weird. The fire.
If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Feel free to use
I'm pretty sure it probably works in version 4. It's just not playing ball here, unfortunately. The panel light seems to work pretty nice. And what we'll do is so I'm pretty sure we have the APU now. Bit hard to say, but I'm gonna assume it's working. We'll dismiss the GPU because that one didn't really work. We'll put on the anti-collision. Tunisair 4003, ready to copy IFR clearance.
Tunisair 4003 is cleared to Delta Tango Mike Bravo climb via the ZO3 Delta departure with the GZO transition, then is filed. Expect departure runway tree 1. Climb to flight level 060 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure.
So there we go, now we have GPS.
Squawk 4104.
4104.
Tunisair 4003 is cleared to Delta Tango Mike Bravo climb via the ZO3 Delta departure with the GZO transition.
Okay, let's see if we
Then
get
is filed.
4104.
Climb to flight level 060 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Look approach on 128.15. Squawk 4104.
4104.
Tunisair 4003 readback correct.
Oh no.
Altimeter 3009er.
Want
Let
the
us know when you're ready
European.
for pushback.
Altimeter 3009er Tunisair 4003.
Okay, we
Tunisair
have the altimeter.
4003 altimeter is 3009.
And we'll be taking off.
Altimeter 300,
going that way.
altimeter is 3009er to Nair 4003.
That's interesting. Faroe Island.
To Nair
All the way here.
4003 altimeter is
That looks like some
3009er.
Russian plane.
Altimeter 3009er altimeter is 3009er to Nair 4003.
Okay.
To Nair 4003 altimeter is 3009er.
Wait, how many times are you gonna do this?
Altimeter 3009er altimeter is 3009er to Nair 4003.
To Nair 4003
God damn.
altimeter.
Altimeter
Look at airport automated weather observation 915.
Did we get it? Oh, we got rid of it. Praise be. Something bugged out there. Okay, we are gonna put the seatbelt signs on. I'm gonna check if that...
We're on your time now.
Yeah, good, that worked. So we're on my time now. Packs are off. We can keep that open. Get the bleeds on. Wait with the rest. Don't think you want to keep all of those on, if I'm not mistaken. Service interphone. Can't be moved. A bit strange. I think we're basically ready. We just need to get rid of these the stairs, and then we need to get the pushback. I guess technically we don't need a pushback, but let's. I guess we can do it just for the feels. Guess let's close. Oh, look at that, we have our own stairs. Yeah, I need to have a look at that with the GSX integration.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard.
I guess we have auto brakes for landing, but
Our
maybe
flight
not
time will be
for
roughly 2 hours.
takeoff.
Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices
Tunisair 4003 ready for pushback. Oh, it's
To
Tunisair.
Nair 4003 pushback approved.
pushback approved to Nair 4003.
Okay, we have pushback approved. Or is it heading, or is it, I think it's the localizer mode to get the GPS nav. Okay, let's see. Are we getting any pushback? Have a good trip. Okay. Let's not do anything. We'll just do engine start. Tunisair 4003 ready for engine start.
To Nair 4003 engine start approved.
We'll arm that. Yeah, those are both
Engine
down.
start approved to Nair 4003.
We'll start with the right engine. Seeing the values rising. Go to idle. We have a successful engine start. Happy days. So that engine is spinning whilst that one isn't. We can hide that. We'll start the left engine, seeing the values increasing. Go up to idle. There we go. Looking good. We'll trim around 5. We'll put flaps to 5 as well. This gives us a V1 of 125, rotation 127, 133 of V2, stab trim 6.1 actually. So we can actually go up to 6.1. Flaps 5. Yeah, everything else seems fine. We're not gonna be flying the optimal cruise though, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, but we know the V1 speeds. Yeah, that looks pretty reasonable. Okay, I'm gonna close that one, or the V card. We are ready, I would say. So we'll close that. Put the generators, the pitos. These seems to be correctly set. And we can check this one. We can put that to what it's automatically supposed to be at. We're landing at 07, so I'm just gonna check quickly what the landing data is telling us. It's basically 0 in landing elevation, so let's put that to 0. We can go auto on with these ones. We can shut the APU one. We can wait with the position once we get to the runway. Taxi lights can go on, same with runway turn off lights. We can shut the APU. Pumps are on. These can go on as well. Yaw dampener also. I'll release parking brake. Tunisair 4003 ready to taxi. We should get our taxi route, but let's see, it takes a bit of time.
Tunisair 4003 taxi to runway tree 1.
Okay, we didn't
Taxi
get too much
to runway tree 1 Tunisair
details.
4003.
Do you get anything in terms of what we should keep our... Nothing on the EPR settings. But I guess Toga is telling us, so we can just... Okay, I'm gonna add a bit of thrust, see if that's enough to get us moving. And we are moving. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to connect to the tiller, the wheel, so even if I'm using the tiller to move, it's moving, but you know, you can't see the animation on the wheel. So I guess that's a bummer. Okay, we are taxiing now, looking good. The taxiing with this aircraft is okay. I still think the best Milviz one I've flown is the King Air one. It is really good. Funnily enough, I didn't know, but it was the guy Colin at TFDI who did the FMC. Or I think it was the FMC he did for those, before he then went and started TFDI or joined up with them. Or I think it's CO maybe. Okay, so we're taxiing here, trying to get to the runway. And we
Tunisair
are
4003 contact
slowly
Lookout
getting
Tower
there.
on 135.1.
Ready to go.
Tower on 135.1 Tunisair 4003.
And that's a plane taking off. So we are on the right way. Tunisair 4003 ready for takeoff.
Tunisair 4003 winds are 297 at 3 knots.
Let's
Backtrack
put
runway
those
31
on.
cleared for takeoff squawk 4104.
All the strobes. Let's see if we have the lights. Yeah,
Backtrack
it looks
runway
like we have them.
31
Nav
cleared
lights.
for takeoff squawking 410 for Tunisair
Beacon.
4003.
Okay, so we're backtracking and then we are flying. Any other planes here? No, it looks pretty empty. So our lovely 737-200 can continue. We'll do the VR one on this. We'll do a bit of pitch. Not sure if I can get that working. Or if I can, I'm always forgetting how exactly. You don't have like a midpoint for the flight director itself. Just gonna scroll down quickly and just make sure we're not missing any button. That's always a potential. Yeah, let's keep it to off. Category 2 minimums. So I guess technically you would backtrack and come around. Is that the way you do it? I assume so. I'm not... Oh, what's going on here? I haven't seen this before. It went a bit quick there, almost like it wanted to take off. We solved that. It's not perfect, right? I really like it, and I'll continue flying it, but it's not perfect. It's better the Captain Sim one, unfortunately. It's not often I say that, but as a plane, it's better. Okay, let's do takeoff. The only thing I'm wondering, are we actually getting now, or do we have to do the heading thing to get? No, you can do the localizer. I don't remember how to use the autopilot. It was a while since I flew this one. Or I know how to use the autopilot normally, but not with the GTN. So bear with me whilst we try to get it to function as it should. Oh, now I managed to... Let me see, we should be at 6.2. Now we're at 6.2. Okay, everything's looking clear. We are ready. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything I shouldn't, but you never know. Easier said than done. For example, do we have the TCAS thing on? We do not, but now we do. So that's good. We have 18 nautical miles to our next waypoint, which I guess makes sense. Or sorry, 1.8. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay, let's do this. We are taking off. 216. 217. I'm trying to get the 210, but it's being more difficult than I thought. 29. This should be fine. Okay, V1, rotate, V2. So no call outs with the V1 gauge. There should be call outs. Plus the rate of climb, gear is coming up. Gotta be a bit careful here with the speed. So far so good. Oh, I haven't fixed the viewpoints. Let's do that once we are a bit more stable. I'll move this down.
Tunisair 4003 climb.
Oh,
and
we don't have that
flight
many
level
viewpoints.
120 contact lookup approach on
For
128.15.
better or worse?
Climb and maintain flight level 120 approach on 128.15 Tunisair 4003.
Okay, we are flying, and I think we're trying to maintain. I think this one is showing pretty
Approach
nicely.
Tunisair 400. 3 climbing to flight level 120.
Can I do with the ops one?
Tunisair 400,
No.
3, good morning.
Doesn't seem to do too much. Okay, we don't want to go higher than 6,000. 3000. That's worth keeping in mind. Oh no, we got that 12,000 was our new. Guess we can go a bit higher.
Tunisair 4003, contact.
But yeah,
Malta
it's a
control
very nice
on
Malta
122.77.
with the Simmers home one. It looks really good.
Control on 122.77 Tunisair 4003.
A bit weird that we don't have any other viewpoints. I need to fix some viewpoints.
Control Tunisair
I'll do that soon enough.
403 climbing to flight level 120.
Tunisair 4003, good morning.
Yeah, let's see if we engage. So now we have engaged on the localizer. We are gonna push this down, try to find a reasonable. Basically, it should hold a specific pitch we select with the elevators. Okay, so far so good. Can we import some presets maybe? Maybe there's some nice ones. Some 737 version. Captain Sim should have some. I like this one. Let's do the right one from the BV. Oh, now we had all of them. Yeah, we don't need an extra spot view, that's for sure. We need a bit more thrust, it seems. We can also go to flap 0, that's gonna help a lot with the speed. Forward gear, don't think we need this one. Static ports seem a bit unnecessary. Gear view similar. Okay, I like both of these trailing edges one. And these look good, the engine. Yeah, this one can work as well. Okay, let's see our speed. We're soon at 10,000, so we should be fine speed-wise. I'm gonna add a bit more climb. We're now turning as well in corners with the next waypoint. Which one is this rear exit? Seems a bit overkill. But now we should have quite some nice viewpoints.
Tunisair 4003.
With the engine as well.
And maintain flight level 200.
It looks like a small cigarette.
Climb and maintain flight level 200 Tunisair 4003.
200. We need to also. So that's not an arm, it's just a warning. So you can turn those off. Same with the seatbelt sign. And yeah, it's looking good. Do I need a new thumbnail or am I content with the one I took? I think I'm content. It was a pretty good one on the ground. I've always get those nice ones. Xerxes. Guess they have names for their aircraft. So let's try to get up to our altitude, and then I'm gonna quickly go away. It's not gonna be a long flight. It's around 30 minutes to go, I would say. But I need to get something to drink. Summer is finally upon us. It's been a long spring. Okay, let's see, course 282. Yeah, it's following this one. It's gonna be following this for a while, and then we'll turn and follow again. Our top of descent will be just before that, a second one, Atlel. So around here. We'll need to set some of those details, and let me have a look quickly. We can do the approach already, because when I'm back it's gonna be quite tight. So Monastir, Tunisia, we're doing the VR or the ILS one. So 199, and that isn't too weird. Let's see if we can change that ourselves. 19973 is gonna be the course. But I don't want to mess with it there, so I'm gonna put it here, and then we'll just have to remember to put that. So 73 with a minimum of 318. And we'll use this one to give us that minimum, because I don't think we have a specific decision height apart from that. Flaps are parked, so that's good. We need to arm those once we get there. Okay, we're soon at our altitude, so I'm gonna bit push forward. And I'm already gonna do the cruise one. Lights are out, so that's good. The Gasper fan should be on. And anything else? Supply, duct, port, static. I don't think there's anything else we need to specifically do. Leaving Malta behind us and heading to Africa. Or Northern Africa to be specific, and Tunis to be super specific. Okay, so we're soon there. We'll push forward the yoke a bit. Try to get it to around 500. Can you set those? No, you can't. That's also sucks. You don't have any animations for the trim when you do that. This one works at least. Okay, so we're almost there. We'll go to altitude hold. So 900. Okay, we're not at standard setting though. Now we're at that. So let's see. 900, 940, 950, 960, 970. We'll do altitude hold. We'll check what the speed one says. Cruise 641. We're gonna get up and up on that. Optimal EPR 183. I think we wanna decrease a bit on the EPR. Sorry, EPR. We wanna go a bit lower on that. We can see it rising kind of steadily. I'm gonna guess somewhere around. It's saying 185. But I think 175 might be better. So let's continue pushing it back a bit. I think that's another bug. It has a bit too much speed, this aircraft. It's a bit hard to find the right and a bit more. There we. Is this enough? We're still doing 337, 338. I think this is gonna work. Good. So now we just follow, and then I'll be back to do the descent. See you in a jiffy.
Please look in your feedback for our list of complimentary menu lists are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, please note that we only accept credit cards.
Reach 1047, I'm back with you. Can you confirm
Okay, there we go. I already saw that we were overspeeding. Surprise, surprise. We still have 150 nautical miles, less than 20 minutes to go. Let's see if we can get a bit higher speed without overspeeding. I really don't like this aspect of the aircraft. It's really what's pushing it down from being like one of those that I really want to fly a lot. One of those that I'll fly once in a while when I want to fly an aircraft that looks very good but has minor deficiencies. But I guess we can immerse ourselves in an old aircraft with its quirks. Okay, it's looking pretty good, at least speed-wise. Around 70 minutes to go. 136 nautical miles. Can we see the coast? I think we can. We're seeing some sort of an outline already, so I think we're getting there. Shouldn't be any clouds or similar that will disrupt our views. I wonder what you could add PBR in the inside here to make it look better. I really need to do a weekend sesh fixing some planes, upgrading them. The DC-9 is high on that list. I already did a few parts and it really kind of made it look better. Okay, let's see now. We are basically at our top of the descent point in according to pilot TDC, I'll show you. Or we are there soon enough. So it'll be interesting to see, and then we'll do our... I'm gonna activate the approach one just because I wanna see how they're thinking with this one. It's gonna be Atlel, DO11, int, Renos, F1, and then that's the landing one.
Expect the ATLE-1 Romeo arrival with the Atwell transition with vector for the
And
ILS
approach
to runway 07 at
is
Habib Bourguiba.
is gonna be
Expect
okay,
the
a bigger
APLE-1
one.
Romeo
Okay.
arrival with the Atwell transition with vectors for the ILS approach to runway 07 to Nair 4003.
Tunisair. That's what I'm gonna call this. Tunisair. Hey, we have some clouds. Look at that. And another island. And that one looks to be for real. I think that's good. Haven't even thought about if that one was. That's the Italian island, I think. What's it called? Castellone or something like that? Let me double check so I don't say something wrong. It's sorry, Pantelleria. Oh yeah, because then you have more southern ones are Lampedusa and these islands, Linosa. Yeah, okay. Soon we'll be turning. Is it still 41 nautical miles to that point? Yeah, maybe that makes sense. Still haven't gotten any clearance to descend, so I'm a bit wondering. Well, let's see.
Tunisair 4003, descend to cross Atwell at or above flight, level 120, then descend by the ATLE-1
120.
Romeo, arrival with the Atwell transition to flight level 060.
060. Okay, that's
We'll
good.
cross Atwell at or above flight level 120, then descend via the
So
APLE-1
127
Romeo arrival
at
with the Atwell
this
transition
120
to flight level
Atler.
060. To Nair 4003.
That makes sense. Let's do that. We'll remove the altitude hold. We'll really throttle down. We'll push the plane a bit forward. Well, nothing too crazy. Come on. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it's being a bit cranky now. Come on. There we go. Let's see if we need to go further on idle. Okay, we're descending. Looks like the speed is okay. Okay, 17,000. Do we get an altimeter? Would help, of course. Nothing yet. Let's see what the pad says about. Not about minimums. We have that intel. But what it says about transition altitudes, it says 6,000 feet. So that's what we're descending towards. So that's good. Okay, so it's a next step. We are turning. We should be at 12,000. We're gonna be a bit higher than that, for better or worse. The thing is, we'll need to be slowing down quite a bit. We now have about 9 minutes to go. Crude estimate. Do you have a timer on this one? That's something I just realized. Like a clock. Maybe that's the thing that used to be there. I guess with one of these old ones you would really wanna know. Or I guess you have this one that you can't really. This one, I guess. It is like different flap settings and what you have left, something like that. Our VREF with 140 is around 120, so that's pretty good. Should be fine. Now at 12,000, still going a bit too fast. I'm going full idle now. See if it helps. Maybe it will a bit with the speed at least. And we're not using the new Monasteer that's been released for P3, but we're using the old Aerosoft Holidays one for FSX. Since it works in P3D and I'm not gonna fly a lot, I don't see a need to splurge another 12 euros on a new airport. And funnily enough, I've actually been to Monasteer myself years ago by now, but pre-Arab Spring actually. Don't remember a lot, but it's an interesting area. Different. Different, but that's interesting. Very good food. That I remember at least. Okay, let's see. We're coming to 10,000. We're coming up on 10,000 now. Let's see if this is enough to. I'm gonna add a bit of speed brake. Try to get us down to 250. It's a bit stuttering now. Now it's working again. Almost got afraid it crashed there. It looked a bit bad. 300. We are getting slower and slower, but is it gonna be enough? 250 is our goal. Maybe we need more speed brakes. That's gonna do the trick. Yeah, there you can see the speed brakes. Now we're already close enough to land that we or to the, not to land, but to, or to land, but it's gonna, it's gonna sound like we're close enough to landing. But yeah, we're close enough to land that we can already see them behind the aircraft, so it's a bit of a bay, this one. And one thing we need to add is the fasten seatbelting. That's why we got the beeping. So I'm gonna stop using
Tunisair
the speed brake.
4003, contact Infida approach on 119.3.
Push up a bit.
Approach on 119.3 Tunisair 4003.
So there's the airport actually, right in front of us. That's the airport. And we're gonna come
Approach
in
Tunisair
here.
4003 descending via the ATLE-1. Our arrival with the Atwell transition to flight level 060.
Now let's see, we haven't yet gotten any.
Tunisair 4003, good morning. Continue descent via the ATLE-1 Romeo arrival with the Atwell transition.
Still nothing on approach, so that's a bit interesting.
Continue descent via the ATLE-1 Romeo arrival with the Atwell transition to Nair 4003.
Yeah, we've done the Atwell transition. Now we need the approach. And I'm wondering how we're flying. Oh, it's giving us already a nice kind of turn into. Okay, I'll take that. It's better than what we're gonna get from the ATC. We wanna be down to 3000, right? Let me just have a double check here on the flight plan. Yeah, 3000. So let's aim for that. I wish Pilot TDC could give us some nice headings, but oh well, you can't get everything in life. How's speed looking? Okay, we're below 250. We need to be a bit careful on that, because since we're flying with idle, it's quite easy that if we stop descending, we're gonna stop. We're gonna lose speed even faster. These ones should go on. I'll put on all lights already that we need for landing, just because I'm gonna forget it otherwise. Just as plain as simple as that. We'll do medium auto brakes. Yeah, looking pretty good. Looking very nice actually. And this is the Matthias photo reel. So this aircraft is flying beautifully. So far, or as of yet. But yeah, we're following this transition. We can actually go a bit below, because I think since we're not gonna kind of get exactly there, we can do 2000, I would say. 2000 feet. Okay, we're a bit high. I'm gonna try to push a bit forward. Add a bit of a speed brake. Maybe we can actually add the flap 1 instead. So that should help. And do we have slats? Yeah, we have slats here, you can see. Now I'm going to flaps 2. Not too much of a difference, but it's a bit more drag. We'll arm the speed brake as we have armed the auto brake. Still nothing from our dear Pilot TDC. I know they can in real life also wait with giving the vectorings, but the problem I've noticed that when they wait, they give us, you get the shittiest. So I'm gonna keep Pilot TDC on, but we're just gonna follow this one, as it seems to be working. You just gotta remember to change to approach once we get close enough. And 273, or sorry,
Tunisair
73.
4003, you are off course. Turn right to heading 340
Ah,
to return to
now
course.
we're getting the heading. Okay, so heading
Heading
3.
340 to Nair 4003.
To Nair 4003, turn right to heading 215 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 07 at Habib Bourguiba Airport. Descend and maintain
215.
3,600 feet.
Turn right to
Okay.
heading 215 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 07 descend and maintain 3,600 feet to Nair 4003.
215, right?
To Nair 4003, heading is 215.
215. Are we flying 215 now? I think so, right? Yeah, we're on heading. We can maintain altitude for now. I'll add a bit of thrust. Nothing crazy. Okay, 215. We shouldn't need this anymore. Okay, we can go back to the default one. 0073, right?
Alpha Quebec, request approved. Report right landing before crossing runway axis.
Okay, and it's looking good in terms of speed. Now we still need to turn in towards the airport over there. Is this the advanced or is it just the 200? I think Tunisair only had the advanced one, but could be wrong, of course.
To Nair 4003, you are 16 nautical miles west of the airport. Fly heading 100 to intercept final. Cleared for ILS approach to runway 07. Contact Bourguiba Airport Tower on 118.3.
Fly heading 100 cleared for ILS approach to runway 07. Tower on 118.3 to Nair 4003.
Okay, and I'm gonna also descend, I think, a tad bit.
Tower to Nair 400, 3 inbound for ILS approach runway 07. To Nair 400, 3 good morning, continue ILS to runway 07 call when established on final. Continue ILS runway 07 will call when established on final to Nair 4003.
Okay, we'll call when established on final. All of that seems fair, I would say. Let's just make sure we don't come in too... We want to come in a bit tighter, I think. Or not tighter, but a bit. Because otherwise we're not going to make it on time. I'm going to push down a bit with the nose. So that we start descending. We can see the glide slope coming in there.
Good afternoon, sir. We are on the descent. That's right, base 0947.
So we're still below the glide slope. Okay, we can turn like that, go on the approach. This should ensure that we capture the localizer and the glide slope. Fingers crossed at least that we do. I'm gonna drop the gears, that will create a lot of drag. Getting those down. Yeah, looking good. Overshot it a bit, but nothing too crazy. Gonna go flaps 5. Still not on the glide slopes, that's fine. I'm gonna go flaps 10. Just gonna check this. Yeah, 121 is the ref that we gotta. Going to flaps 15. Going to flaps 25. Okay, let's see. We're coming down nicely here. We're on the localizer and the glide path. Going flaps 30. Gonna add a bit of thrust. I feel like we're a bit off here. Let me see, I'm gonna slow down. Going flaps full. A bit early for flaps full. 7.3. Could be a bit different. What's it called? The the heading or the course. Well, it looks like we're a bit off on it as well, so that could explain it. Okay, we're almost at 140. I'm gonna add more thrust. I'm gonna shut the... Now we're gonna do manual glide slope. So speed-wise, it's looking pretty okay. Let's use that as our exterior view. Tunisair 4003 established on final.
Tunisair 4003 winds are light and variable. Cleared to land runway 07. Cleared to land runway 07, Tunisair 4003.
So far so good, we're established. We have speed brakes armed. We have auto brakes armed. We have the lights set properly. We have we're on the glide slope and we're on the localizer. We don't seem to be working against too much wind. They are very light and variable according to the 80s, so we should be fine. So let's just maintain. We're a bit below now. So let's try to... Let's see, we can be a bit slower. 120, right? That was our landing. It's okay to go a bit faster, right? The key is to avoid going too slow, because then we'll stall. Okay, let's see. We are trimmed it a bit now. So let's see. Coming down slowly and steadily. Gonna throttle back a bit. Still a bit below. Still looking good. Looks like 2 yellow, 2 red, so that's fine. Speed wise, maybe a bit fast still. Throttling down. But very slowly, wanna be a bit careful not to throttle down too much. Now we're below the glide slope again. I'm gonna push the... Yeah, look at that. Now we're losing speed like crazy, it's gotta be a bit careful. Okay, we're coming in. We are coming in. Let's see. Looking okay. Adding a bit of thrust. Just here then, we will have to crab a bit to the left. Okay, it's gonna be a bit of a long one. Okay, that seems good enough.
Tunisair 4003 exit runway when able. Report clear of active.
Okay, the brakes seem to stop working quite immediately, so I'm gonna use manual. There we go. We landed on time. Forgot to call out minimums. Sure, tiny mistake in that regard, but nothing too bad. And here we are, Monastir. Basically, almost no aircrafts here. That's a bit boring. But I guess it's not really season yet. Or maybe it is season, but not that many flights at this moment. Okay, we can shut the lights. We can do that position thing. And we'll turn off here. Slowly and steadily. We'll just park at the first best one. And then we'll have a look at the... How the hell did those come out? Oh, I must have pressed it by mistake. I hope it... But that's weird still, how the hell? gonna assume it was a miss. Why aren't they coming up?
Short funnel, runway 11 with airplane.
Okay, let's see. I think that exit is coming up now, both of them, so that's good. But yeah, bit of an odd one. Gonna add a bit of thrust so we can get quicker to our Tunisair 4003, ready to taxi.
Tunisair 4003 taxi to gate Papa 22 via Bravo.
Oh, we missed
Taxi
our
to
gate.
Papa 22 via
There's,
Bravo.
that's Papa
Tunisair
22.
4003.
Oh well, we'll just taxi here at one of these. Let's see, gate P. We can do 16 maybe? No, follow me needed. Follow me. Follow me. We'll be fine without one. Oh yeah, one thing we should have done ages ago. We can do it now. Let's get that APU started. But yeah, it's not a very big airport. Also one of the reasons why I'm pretty fine with this FSX version. It's not perfect, but it does the job. Yeah, look at that. Now we have the APU up and about. We can shut those packs. We can let this one slowly ease into place.
Roger, left space for runway 29, report on left space.
We can't go too much forward. We're basically gonna hit the vehicles. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We'll cut our engines. Please cut engines. They are being cut. You're parked a bit too far right. Always complaints. It's never good enough. Okay, let's have a look. We're deboarding now. Hey, we had a pretty good one. 101. I'll save that one. I didn't show it now, but I guess we can see here the latest one, 101. So I'll close packs. I'll close the door. We'll have a look at the landing. Let's do it once that door is closed. But yeah, a pretty nice airport, pretty cool. 260 wasn't far back. 360 should be a bit better. So yeah, kind of a nice approach. A bit of cities here, a bit of water. Not the most basic airport. I mean, flat in the sense no real terrain threats are similar, so in that sense nothing spectacular, but still pretty fun. I think I did a flight from this airport to Malta with the Mustang, right? Hey, look at that, now they did deploy. Why did they deploy? Oh, maybe I did misclick. Yeah, that's odd. Okay. So gotta be a bit careful with the clicking. Okay, let's see. So we can see the flaps down. Can we see anything else while we land? We land a bit far. It's a bit hard because you have such a long way to get down with this one. Okay, so there we hit the ground. We can see the speed brakes and the thrust reversers, which is very nice. So an okay landing. Not as good as it could have been, but not as bad either. I'll take that. That's a good way to end a flying day, a flight sim day. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. And otherwise, until next time, thank you for watching and bye bye.